Hey Aries, welcome to Tarot Talk. I'm Tommy and I'm going to be hosting your weekly reading. Now we're going to dive right in with these first three cards here to have a higher look at the situation, then we'll go on a deep dive. Starting off today with Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords. All right, Aries. With the Knight of Swords here, it looks like there's something positive that you're considering doing, maybe a journey. You might be considering traveling or changing careers here, kind of embarking on something new, it looks like. Now, you're really kind of looking longingly at this pentacle here, but notice that this horse is not moving forward yet. It's signifying that there's maybe a little bit of hesitation or resistance in moving forward, maybe just a little bit of uncertainty here, but committed to excellence. It's like you want to start this or you want to do this, but you want to do it right. Now, with the Ace of Swords, that's indicating that this idea or this inspiration to do this kind of came out of nowhere. It's something that is somewhat sudden, pretty recent, and maybe that's why you're not moving forward yet, because it is so new and fresh that you just haven't really had an opportunity to search it out or to kind of do a deep dive and understand exactly what it is that you're getting yourself into. Uh, with the Queen of Swords showing up here, though, that's Spirit's way of telling you that you are going to have the wisdom and the strength to move in and do it. You'll be able to move forward with this with clarity. You're going to have good judgment here. And you're going to kind of be a ruler over this in your own life, this situation here. So, not a bad start, Aries. I'd like to dive deeper and see what is going on here. Here in a minute, we're going to do a Celtic cross spread so we can look at past, present, and future, and a little bit in your subconscious. But before we do that, I want to see how you are showing up in this situation. All right, you've got the Hanged Man. Well, I can't say that I'm surprised based on what I've seen so far. That's really kind of tying a little bit back to this Knight of Pentacles energy here. So with the Hanged Man, you can see this figure is hanging upside down from a tree. He's got only one leg hooked on there, but if you can see his face and the expression there, he's not really bothered by this. He's kind of just hanging out, just chilling there. He's got this halo glow around his head here, indicating that he's drawing from inner wisdom. So that's how you're showing up right now, Aries, is again, you're just kind of hanging out here, but in deep thought. You're really trying to draw deeper on this new thing that has inspired you to take some type of action or make some kind of change in your life. Now, again, we're going to do the Celtic cross spread, but as I get your cards ready, please do remember this is a general reading. So if it's not resonating with you, please do leave it behind. But I would ask that you share it with somebody who you think may benefit from the message. I'd also invite you to go ahead and stick around for the full reading because something may come out later here that better resonates with you. If you are going to stick around with us today, Aries, I would ask that you please hit that subscribe button. Remember, that's completely free, really helps grow the channel, and allows me to keep bringing you these readings. All right, Aries, let's see what your obstacle is, why you're not wanting to move forward here. All right, well, you've got the Sun, and that's actually a great card for new beginnings. You can obviously see this glowing sun here, the glowing kind of sunflowers in full bloom, this child, arms wide open, so ecstatic here. This indicates that whatever this is, you're on the right path here. You've got the right way of thinking, this newly inspired endeavor. Spirit is supporting that, but for some reason, you're struggling to go forward. It could be that there's something similar that you've done in the past that maybe didn't work out last time, maybe making you a little bit gun shy here, afraid to kind of launch into that next step for fear that it may not end up working out just like last time it didn't work out so great for you. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here, but let's explore this further. What's going on in your subconscious right now, Aries? All right. Well, you've got the card of death here, which don't let that spook you. I know sometimes people get a little uneasy when they see the word death in a tarot reading, but here that actually means the ending of something and the start of a new. So in this, it looks like what you're needing to do here is actually close an old chapter so that you can make way for this new spark of inspiration to really let your way. Your judgment is being clouded right now by whatever you're still stuck in. So it's kind of like you're wanting to start this new thing, this new chapter, but you also don't want to let go of something in order to do that. And Spirit's showing up here to say, that probably is not going to work out. You're probably not going to be able to hang on to whatever this is that you're not wanting to release and also start this new thing. In order for this new thing to come through, this new venture to really take off, you're going to have to focus all of your energy on it. You're not going to be able to just sit here and keep doing the same and not moving forward. So here you see this figure is riding forward on this horse, but back here in the back you see the sun coming up between these two towers. That is the dawn of a new day, the raising of a new flag. Now the good news is people are looking up to him here, praising him, pleading with him a bit. So that is again saying that you are going to be successful with this Queen of Swords energy, but you're going to have to wrap up whatever it is that you're still stuck in before you're going to be able to really go forward here. Let's take a look at the recent past to see what brought you here. Okay, so you've got the Seven of Pentacles here. And this is this figure looking over at this bush full of pentacles. It's like these pentacles are sitting there growing and they're on the vine, but they're not quite ready for harvest yet. He's managed to get one off, but he's just waiting for the others. Feels almost like he's just kind of stuck in the mud, spinning his wheels a little bit. Things just are not moving forward. But I think that's again because this new idea came about. This again spark of inspiration that you've had here, but because you're not really taking charge, you're just not going anywhere, and you're thinking, okay, well, where's my sign? I'm waiting for the sign to come in to tell me that this is the right move for me or that I'm doing the right thing. And I'm here to tell you that's what this reading is confirming. By all of these things coming to you and hopefully resonating with you here, that is Spirit's way of shoving you, saying, yes, you're on the right path. You've got the right idea. This idea may have felt like it came out of nowhere, but Spirit actually put this path, put this idea in your head because you were chosen to do whatever this is. So it's going to be a great thing. But again, you're going to have to start taking some steps forward instead of just sitting here and thinking about it. Let's take a look into your conscious and see what you are aware of. Okay, so you've got the tower there, and the tower is obviously this pillar, this structure here that is being struck by lightning. There's flames, there's these people falling out of the windows. It's really a card that looks a lot like doom and gloom and can definitely look scary when you first see it. But I think what that's really stating is, again, because it's showing up in the conscience, it's something that you're aware of, and that is this new venture needs to be built on a solid foundation. Again, I think fear is showing up a lot here. I'm still going back to there was something that didn't work out in the past, and so you're like stuck in that energy right now of just not able to move forward because you remember this whole thing collapsing the last time. You really believed in it or you thought you'd be great at it, and then maybe you didn't give it your all. Something happened along the way and it just all fell apart. And I don't know that you've ever fully recovered from that wound, so to speak. But again, with this showing up here in your conscious, because you are aware of that, Spirit is saying that you learned the lessons you were meant to learn there. And now that is what's brought you to this Queen of Swords energy that's going to make you kind of an all-knowing in this situation, be able to have good judgment, speak with clarity, have just great communication skills keeps coming through in this. So I think whatever you're on is going to have to do with communicating with a lot of people, maybe the masses. Maybe you're going into journalism or something along that, or considering writing. I'm not quite sure what it is just yet, but in any event, don't be afraid to fail because you failed in the past. Draw from those lessons, apply those here, and that way you can navigate those hurdles and be able to succeed this time. The knowledge is within you here. Let's look at your near future here, Aries. Okay, near future is the Five of Pentacles. There are these two people that are trudging through the snow here. They're actually walking through a blizzard. They've been left out in the cold in this image. Um, that may be how you feel as you go into this week, especially if you are now, after this reading, you're saying, okay, I got the message, I'm going forward. You may start to take those steps and then feel like, well, man, you've gotten slammed out, the door slammed shut, and now you've been left out in the cold. You may also feel that way, as the advice here is that you have to kind of close up one chapter. And once you go to do that, say you're embarking on a new career, and so you give notice to your old job and they just kind of immediately shut you out at that old job, that may be why you feel a little bit left out in the cold here in the near future. But this card shows up to tell you kind of two things here. One is you see this window that's glowing, this bright, warm glow, indicating that there's this warm place that these people could go inside if they just look left. They're so busy looking down at what they don't have and feeling this hurt and this left out in the cold that they don't see that there's a solution right there next to them where they could just go inside and get warm. So on one hand, Spirit is saying, look, even though you may initially feel left out in the cold, there is going to be an answer, a path, a solution right there within reach. You just have to be willing to look around for it and accept it as it comes. The other thing is, we have to remember that if we're going to embark on something new, again, you have to close up that old chapter to be able to start this new beginning or this new cycle. And when that happens, you may feel, Spirit, I think, is going to kind of rush you into this here pretty quickly. They gave you this idea, they gave you this epiphany, this aha moment. You haven't quite started. So this is really telling me that Spirit may close that door for you in order to get you to take action on this other. So if something shockingly ends, very abruptly ends this week, just know that it's for your best benefit and that there are warmer, brighter days ahead, and that it may feel odd there for a moment, but don't fear, because you've been given this new journey and this new path for a reason. Now let's see how you see yourself in the situation. All right, you see yourself as the Knight of Swords. So what you see here is this knight on this horse, and he's pushing this horse with all of his might. He's making this horse run to the point that the horse, if you kind of see his eyes looking back at him here, is exhausted. So it's almost like you're pushing yourself in some ways, I think, to the point of exhaustion, or maybe a little bit fearful that you are going to be exhausted in this. That's not quite as clear as I'd like it to be, but what I am picking up on is that I think you are almost concerned that you're going to be exhausted. Not that you actually are yet, but if you're trying to do too many things at once, you're trying to start this new journey and you're trying to keep this old part of you going too, the one that you're not wanting to close. And once again, you will feel exhausted if that's the case, because I don't think that's what you're meant to do here. You're meant to just close the door on the one and start down this new journey. All right, let's see what your external influences are. Now, this is a beautiful card to have. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. I love the Ten of Pentacles. This is showing that, again, Spirit is supporting you on this energy. This one is all about legacy, wisdom, and abundance. You see several generations of people on here, from this older man to this couple to this little child down here. The dogs are looking up to him. Even these people are looking up to him. There's a nice arch here signifying a very strong foundation that's being built for you in this new endeavor. So if you're worried whether or not this is going to be gainful for you, this is signifying that it is. Again, this is the right journey to be on. You just got to start. You're never going to get there if you don't start building that. Let's look at your hopes and fears. Okay, so you've got the Six of Cups here, which is showing that you're going back again to the past. There's kind of this old-timey scene here in the background. This child is handing a full cup of flowers to this older woman, and it's kind of drawing from your inner child or looking back to yourself in childhood or an earlier point in your life. I don't think it's a coincidence that it's showing up next to the tower here. I think there's parts good and bad that you're looking to back here. I think you're hopeful that this new venture is going to feel positive like this one did in the beginning. you're hopeful that it's going to be that, but you're fearful that it's going to end in this situation like the last situation that ended. But again, with this showing up, it's saying draw from your past experiences here and draw from all the positives that happen, re-implement the past things that worked for you, but avoid the things that did not work for you. That way you can be prepared for this one. All right, let's look at your outcome. Outcome is the Four of Cups here. Now, here you see this figure, and he's looking at these three cups, but he's not really interested in those. There's this cup that's coming out of nowhere, out of the clouds here off to the side, just being, it's like the one, like all his wishes and dreams or anything that he could have ever have wanted is coming in this cup right here off to the side, but he's not seeing it because he's so focused on what he doesn't have or what he doesn't want to have. So I think the outcome is showing you that don't be afraid to look for the signals. Again, when one door slams shut, another one is going to open. And if that does happen, don't be disinterested in it. That's lighting your new path. That's kind of Spirit's way of shoving you into getting started on this new journey or this new path here. So the lesson is kind of, let's not focus on what you don't want to have or what you don't want to have happen, what you're nervous about. Make sure that you're focusing instead on what's being handed to you out of nowhere. Again, this kind of Ace of Swords, this epiphany, don't ignore it because it was meant for you. All right, let's take a look at your shadow card. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune here. That's perfect. So going on in the background, kind of behind this whole situation is the Wheel of Fortune. You've got this wheel here indicating that time is ever changing and ongoing. We can't, again, hold on to the past things that didn't work. We're meant to start anew, right? Everything changes. There's a serpent showing up here showing that there is wisdom. This is backed by wisdom that is within you. Again, drawing from that Queen of Swords energy. You've got 4 fixed zodiac signs showing that the entire universe is behind you on this. So don't get so stuck. I think you're really just stuck in thought, stuck in the mud. We got to get out of this hangman energy this week. I think you've spent enough time there hanging out. Now it's time to start taking some action. All right, let's take a look at your Cosmic Wisdom Oracle card. Saturn. Embrace the tasks before you, knowing that through dedication and hard work, you can achieve your goals and lay the groundwork for your future. Enough said, right? There is the reinforcement with that Saturn energy there. Again, one more way of saying it's time for you to take action. You're going to be laying the framework or the groundwork here, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. Gosh, I'm excited. You'll have to let me know in the comments what this is that you're starting. All right, Akashic Records Oracle card. Let's get your last piece of advice in this reading. Trust in yourself. You've got this. You've worked hard to get this far, and you have the ability to create the things you desire. Learning to trust in yourself and your abilities will take you to your highest timeline. All right, Aries, this reading was definitely meant for you. I'm very excited. Please do comment below. If you haven't subscribed, please do that as well. I look forward to hearing what this is that you're starting, and I look forward to seeing you later this week while we do your, get ready for your weekend review. All right, have a great week, Aries.